Wow, there's so many things to talk about blockchain, but it's such an important topic. This is a topic that I've always been asked for more and more and more and more. So it actually is. I think it's there's two components to it. So you're going to see it week 12, and then there's another half week, week 13. Part one is also blockchain. So this is one of those topics that went over the 1 week limit because of requests, basically from all of you guys. And blockchain is tough to understand, but once if you understand the major concept, then you're kind of good. No, but this by the way, if there's one topic that's gonna change, blockchain is Internet 2.0. So all the problems with Internet 1.0, which is like fake news and scams and fake identities and stealing your identities and all those things get solved with blockchain. So at least until quantum computing comes along. but but yeah, like so I think it's so important that you go and take a diplomado in blockchain, a certificate in blockchain, a master's in block. I mean, literally, blockchain is something that's just it's not vertical. It's a horizontal technology that's going to affect every single industry. And because it disintermediates, the biggest effect that it has is that it eliminates all the intermediaries. We're going to learn, you're going to learn about the trust economy, and there's a professor from England, Rachel, and she's going to teach you about the trust economy. And we always needed entities like banks and title companies and all these lawyers and some of the different intermediaries to create trust in the chain so that you could create a transaction. So when blockchain is there, the trust is implicit because there's no way to break it. So that it's like a wall. Every time you put a brick in the wall, and the brick's name is based on the previous brick, and so they're all chained together. And so if you change a brick, the brick's name is based on the content of the brick and the previous name and the previous brick. So if you change the content of a brick, you actually change its name. So it's very easy to detect, if it's been tampered with, and you almost have to own over half of the blockchain in order to be able to get away with a scam. So it's very difficult, and so it's really, for all intensive purposes, it is such a strong, and nobody knows where it came from because there's Satoshi Nakamoto, this like mysterious person that invented it, but it came out of abuse, of tech abuse. The banks abused their benefits in 2008, and after 2008, it came out, and all these crises, world financial crises, created the need for something like this so that we could eliminate the banks because they're abusing their power. And so the technology to the rescue once again, and blockchain is going to be one of those. This is probably the single most important technology of them all. Well, maybe with machine learning. So between blockchain and machine learning, but they're up there. I mean, they're both kind of, and IoT. You start getting, both. Basically, blockchain and machine learning are some of the most important, bigger impacts on the entire world. So yeah, do not satisfy yourself with just what we're learning here in terms of blockchain. This is the tip of the tip of the tip of the iceberg. So go learn it. Go learn it, and you're not gonna learn it here at the event. But go learn it outside where they actually, when you figure it out and Google it and ask me. I'll give you 10 certifications, blockchain certifications that you can go to. There's hundreds of thousands of jobs in blockchain that are literally, because this is tied to cybersecurity and it's tied to banking and it's tied to real estate, and it's going to disintermediate all the way we buy things and the way we record intellectual property and titles, and it changes everything. It changes the rules of the game, which is very important. We're also going to start with a new exercise called White Mirror. There's a show called Black Mirror, and I don't like Black Mirror because it's very dystopic about the future. But now that you guys, so it depresses you, instead of getting you excited about technology, it depresses you. But what I did is these White Mirror exercises are designed to help you take the bad side of a technology, like all the negatives, and then transform them into positives. So I picked 4 episodes that I think are worth watching from Black Mirror, and your job is to create the White Mirror equivalent. So good luck. And obviously we're gonna continue. Oh, and we also have our reverse Shark Tank too. So if you already saw, I forgot to talk about reverse Shark Tanks, but as you probably already saw, it's really cool because you guys can practice. You basically have multiple levels where you create your business vending idea. Then you do the coaching and investing where you pitch that business vending idea to your peers and you get feedback. And then you have the reverse Shark Tank, where in a group setting you compete with other ideas of the same technology, and you see how you stack up in terms of creativity and idea. So, and remember, if I figure out that you guys are tampering and vamos, let's get all in sync so that you win the first round and you win the second round and you win the third round. If I figure you're doing that, you're all going to get zero. And probably even worse, because that's an ethical violation. And we just saw planetary ethics and planetary health.